HP logs in another mixed quarter as the PC and printing giant saw sales drop 18.8% year over year amid industry-wide headwinds. We have Yahoo Finance's executive editor Brian Sozzi here with us on set with all the details. Soz.
Yeah, always great to be on the show here. So HP, you're probably going onto the Yahoo Finance platform wondering why isn't the stock getting hammered? Sales down 18.8% year over year. Really, the street is pointing to a couple key things. One, profit margins in the printer business, key business for HP, haven't fallen off a cliff. And then number two, HP CEO Enrique Lores is telling me that the efforts to cut costs are starting to show up in profit margins. All those things are good. But to that end, still a worrying sales drop for HP in large part because of the economy.
Yes, I think the decline of sales is really driven by the situation that we see in the market, driven by macro. We saw a reduction or a significant reduction of the size of PCs, and this is reflected in our business, in our performance. From a segment perspective, what we saw is very similar to what we saw in Q4, a slowdown of demand in the consumer side. And then the new thing was a slowdown on demand on the corporate enterprise side, as companies are becoming more concerned and more conscious about managing their budget and slowing down hiring. On the other side, we saw, which is very positive, a reduction of channel inventory, which is something that we have also shared that we were planning to do. This is happening across the industry, and as it will be over by probably the end of Q2, beginning of Q3, this will have a positive impact on sales.
I didn't get the sense, guys, from talking to Enrique that the PC correction, which really started in earnest earlier last year, is coming to an end. It sounds like it will be a slow, gradual thing that eventually just dissipates. But again, they have to get beyond this if they want to see those sales grow.
Well, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
A bummer for him. Like what? So what do you, I mean, the thing is, if you are subject to a macroeconomic problem, whatever it is, what do you do about it?
Well, you just wait, I imagine, for consumers to feel more confident. And then also, it's not just an economic thing here. There is just a need. A lot of folks bought computers, PCs, new printers during the pandemic to work from home. And all of this equipment, 2 or 3 years old? I think Enrique, he told us at Davos, Julie, he's looking for a refresh cycle. But when does that start? It's not showing up in these numbers just yet.
Right, and how different does their business look by the time that refresh happens, and that cycle could be coming quick, could be coming months out from now or years out from now in that refresh, but how different does an HP Inc. look at that time?
Well, it does look quite differently, Brad, because they have had a workforce reduction a couple months ago. And I asked Enrique, when you reduce your force in size to the extent they have thousands of employees, what does that do to the culture inside the company?
Our goal is to achieve 40% of our three-year goal by the end of this year, and we will make that. In terms of the impact on the culture, we are being very careful on how do we manage this process. We think it's important when you go through a WFR process, for example, to treat people with respect, to make sure that they really feel compensated for the work they have done. And this is important both for the people that are leaving, but especially for the people that are staying. And this is why one of the reasons why we manage this process so carefully. One of the things we did this quarter, for example, is we announced a voluntary early retirement program in the US. 900 people are going to be part of that program. And we said that our goal for the next 3 years was to reduce our number of employees between 4,000 and 6,000 people. 900 is a very relevant part of that goal. And we do it this way because it's the right thing for the company and also for the employees.
And one thing that I've been wrestling with is what is the longer-term impact of these layoffs in tech land? Thousands of people off to find new jobs, whether they stay in tech or go into another sector. Does that impact innovation? Does it impact collaboration? Does it mean that we don't get the next big breakthrough on printers or PCs over the next few years? It's unclear how that will impact, and I think it's something that investors need to keep in mind as they study and analyze these companies.
Yeah, shares down more than 14% over the past year, even with this year-to-date run-up that we've seen by about 9%. Still a larger question of where that demand will start to reemerge for HP here.
Absolutely.
Also, thanks to Yahoo Finance's Brian Sozzi, of course.